Hi, my name is Adrina, and I am the owner and accountant here at Accounting by Adrina, LLC. I am also a QuickBooks Certified ProAdvisor, and today I'm going to teach you very quickly on how to use your bank feeds, how to enter checks, and how to enter deposits into QuickBooks, and this is available on Simple Start, Essentials, and the advanced version of QuickBooks Online. So let's dive right in. So I just quickly Googled QuickBooks sample company, and this is the results that I got. I clicked on this first link and it took me here. So you can try this on your own time and practice with QuickBooks Online version. So this is just a sample company, it's just a test drive, and I want to show you quickly how to use your bank feed in making sure that you are matching checks and matching deposits correctly. So this is the homepage of what you see when you first log in to QuickBooks Online version. Now, I'm going to assume that you've already chosen to use QuickBooks Online and that you have already set up your company, your business in QuickBooks. So the first thing that you'd want to do is make sure that you're setting up a checking account. Now, make sure that this is your business checking account. You can also set up, as they've done here, a credit card account and a savings account. Now, these are all business related, so make sure that you do not charge anything personal on any of these accounts. So when you first log in, you can click here, which says Add Account. And what you would do is, well, they have some quick links here. So if you had a Bank of America, you can click on Bank of America, and then you would enter your username and password. Sometimes there's like a code that they're gonna text or email you, so you'll have to enter that as well. Once that's all set up, then you'll see that, okay, this is gonna walk us through a couple things here. So then you'll see that you have all of these transactions that need to be coded in QuickBooks. So one of the things that you'll notice is this green one record found. Now that's already going to tell us that there was, for this one, is a payment that was entered into QuickBooks already. So let's go ahead and jump to a bank deposit. So when you're working with depositing all of your checks, you can make sure that you enter them separately here in the bank deposit. This is basically a transaction type. So you would type in if it's who it's received from. So we can quickly see that there's already customers set up here. So let's say that Kate had sent us some money and we want to enter that into QuickBooks. So let's call that design income. And then you could put, this was like a check, and then you could put the check number and make sure you put the amount. And so when all of this is said and done, you want to make sure that the account that you're depositing the check into is the actual account that you've went to the bank and physically deposited the check. Make sure that you also put in the date. So let's say it was done on 8/31. So then you can say save and close. And then it tells you right there that the bank deposit for $500 was saved. Once the bank deposit has been entered and the bank feed syncs up with QuickBooks, you'll come over here and find on 8/31, you'll see a deposit. So it'll look something very similarly to this. And you can quickly just match it here. So the importance of that is when you're entering deposits, this is the correct way to enter any deposits that you've received. So we're talking checks, maybe there was a wire transfer, anything like that. You want to make sure that you come in through this transaction type bank deposit. So when you finally see it populated in the bank feed, that's when you want to match it. Now, if you did not match it, then it would show on your records that there was an overstatement. So let's just say you clicked on add instead of match, then it's going to show that the bank deposit that we put in for $500 is actually $1,000, but that's not reality. So you want to avoid duplication by always clicking match. So if some of these items come up like this already, and it shows that you can match it, you want to make sure that the detail that's coming through is all matchy-matchy. So you can do that by quickly clicking on the link. Everything is pretty clickable, so you can kind of drill down. You can also see here that there's a linked transaction. Okay, so it was a purchase order that was done on 8/7 for that amount. Now, if this wasn't the correct one, you can click on remove, and then you can make sure that you entered a purchase order correctly. We're not going to go into that kind of detail right now. So that's kind of just how those matching functions as far as the deposits are concerned. Now let's talk about a check that you are writing out. So let's say you have your checkbook and you need to pay a vendor. So you already paid the vendor, you hand wrote a check, and it's check number 71. So we're going to come over here and enter that check into QuickBooks. So let's say it was the telephone company and it came out of your checking account. It's check number 71, but the date was, let's say that was on the 15th of August. And you want to make sure that you code it properly. So if you come up and start typing into the category here, you'll see that there's already an account for telephone. So let's quickly match that, and let's say it was $25, and that's going to be it. So save and close here, and then it'll tell you that check 71 is saved. Now when the telephone company goes to cash that check, it'll populate again here on the bank feed, and you can do the exact same thing as you would with the deposit. So you can already see here with this check 75 that matches all of the bank detail, Hicks Hardware, $228.75, and then you click on match. And it really is that simple. So a couple things that we went over: do make sure to set up your business checking account and credit card into QuickBooks. And please do not charge anything personal on your business checking and credit cards. I can't tell you how many times I've seen businesses charge personal things to their credit cards. Let's get away from that practice, friends. When you're going and entering checks, make sure you always match it with the check that comes through on the checking bank feed. Same thing with deposits. Make sure that you are always matching it. The first step is always to enter it as a bank deposit or as a check. The second step is to match it. I hope you've had as much fun as I have today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember to subscribe so you are the first to know of new YouTube videos that are coming out regularly. The next video, I'm going to be explaining a little bit more in detail on how to do bank reconciliations towards the end of the month in QuickBooks. So stick around.